Well, growing up, I experienced quite a bit of trauma. We were basically placed in foster care. Eventually, I was placed back into custody of one of my parents, and not their custody, but their parents' custody. And so eventually, it was just constant up and down roller coasters emotionally. Eventually, I kind of found myself, I guess I could say, acting out in a way, rebelling, and I kind of found myself in some trouble. So I winded up surrendering my life to Christ when I was 16 years old. And don't get me wrong, I loved my ministry. You know, I loved seeing God work in this part of Chicago that people were so intimidated by, but you see these men in suits coming, boldly knocking on doors, and we getting all these kids on the bus and taking them to church and giving them invitation to Christ. And it was good stuff to see that in the community that I was raised in. Never thought that I'd see willing hearts, you know, come to Christ. And this one particular weekend, one of my god sisters from the church, she called me. I was taking a nap, and she basically let me know, well, got some news for you. We not there at the church. Did you know that they shut our church down? So when I got this news, I fell into a world of sin shortly after that. So I always swore that I would never fail my family. I'll never fail my kids, you know. And I did at some point. And I didn't realize that before I failed them, I failed myself. But before I failed myself, I failed God a long time ago. I never thought that my parents was addicts until I got into my adulthood, and I wound up using with them. But I needed a little bit more insight to what my illness was. I needed somebody to point it out. You know, so when I got here, eventually I just had to start seeing how the more I leaned on God for understanding, the more I surrendered to Him, my will, the more He was able to reveal to me what I needed to work on. The more I worked on myself and allow Him to work on me, and allow Him to allow the people around me to be used to show me me. Stuff just started manifesting in a beautiful way. I do want to pick back up on a lot of things that I dropped. But for right now, my biggest hope and dream, which is the main reason why I came here, is to continue being a recovering addict, continue to learn how to accept being a child of God. And my dream is to be a healthy, sober mom and keep on accepting the strength that God's given me.